Hey everybody, it's Leah, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be talking about how my knee is doing 2 months post-op. Alright everybody, so sorry, first of all, I want to apologize. I sound very sick, and if there's some weird cuts during the video, it's because I started having a coughing attack, and I sound all congested. I can barely hear out of my right ear right now. I'm just like a whole mess. So anyways, it is currently April 15th, which is exactly 2 months after I got my knee surgery on my right knee to tighten up a ligament and oh my god, there we go, and remove bone fragments that were just floating around in my knee cavity. And I'm just basically going to talk about how my recovery has been. Disclaimer, if you get a little bit squeamish, then like with bone cracking and stuff, I might have you like just a warning. I don't know if I want to like cut it out because it won't be that descriptive, but just like if you're squeamish about it, there's gonna be some parts where I talk about like popping and cracking, and I don't know. It's just it's weird for some people. So yeah, disclaimer. But yeah. So 2 months ago, February 15th, I got knee surgery on my right knee to tighten up the MPFL ligament, which stabilizes your kneecap, and I also got 2 little bone pieces removed that were kind of floating around in there from my kneecap from dislocating it 3 years ago. So that surgery happened. The couple days post-op was pretty good. I was still in that huge immobilizer, and I was on crutches for like a day or two, and then the stitches came out. I started PT, and then that was around March-ish, and now we're in April, and I am doing great. Like, my knee doesn't even look like it's had surgery. Some people like that didn't know I had surgery or haven't watched the video say that I walk like I've never even had surgery in my life, and you wouldn't be able to know if like this giant scar wasn't here. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good recovery process. My PT routine was twice a week for I think for 3.5 weeks. For 3.5 weeks, I went Mondays and Thursdays. So yeah, 3.5 weeks. My last session was on a Monday, and yeah, I was doing a lot of exercise to make my quadriceps and my hamstrings more stronger. Oh my god, I can't think. I'm sick and I can't think what else is new. But I need to get them stronger and back to normal strength so that I could help with my kneecap, because those are the muscles that pull on it, and make sure that doesn't like dislocate or anything. And also it just stabilizes my leg entirely. So that was my PT routine. And basically PT was a struggle. Like, there were some days where I went and I did like the band walks, and I was just in so much pain. It was hurting so much. The muscles were inflamed. My kneecap, like the incision line felt like it was splitting apart again, and it was like so painful. And after that, it kind of like deterred me from continuing to exercise, which is really bad. Luckily I didn't stop exercising. I pushed through the pain, but I was gonna stop. I was like, man, this really hurts. I can't do this anymore. But my PT, my physical therapist, was very nice, and she's like, you know what, we've only got a few more sessions left, you've got this, we can do this, and then I started going to the gym, and that helped with the pain immensely. Just doing the elliptical or even the arc trainer and even the stationary bike helped a lot, because that was working my leg muscles, but also not putting too much stress on my joint, which would have been really bad. So PT was a struggle in the beginning, but over time it got a lot better. And then on April, I think the 9th, I got to see my doctor for the post-op checkup, obviously. And he basically like kind of had me lay out down on the table, and he manipulated my kneecap in a way to see if it like would pop out. And he started hitting it and stuff with his hand, and I was like, oh my god, he's gonna dislocate my kneecap. Like, what the heck are you doing? But it didn't dislocate. He's a professional. So like, I guess I kind of trusted him. I don't know. But that kind of scared me. But nonetheless, it didn't dislocate, and he thinks it's healing very well. I still feel a little bit of stiffness in it when I sit for too long in one way, or like if I'm walking on it too much, I'll feel a little bit of stiffness. But if I just like bend it back and forth, then that fixes it, and it gets back its mobility. I just need to keep exercising it, keep exercising the muscles around it, and it should get back to normal. Now, just a couple weeks ago, I hit a very good milestone. Now, you're probably going to think this sounds really small and stupid, but for someone who just had knee surgery, it's a very big thing. I am able to run again. Oh my god. I don't run. I'm not a runner. Look at me. No. I rarely run. The only time I run is either if it's a gym class and I have to, or like maybe I'm running for my life. But none of those things have ever happened to me, except for maybe gym a little bit. But usually I'll like fake run. But yeah, I'm able to run again. Like post-op, voice crack. Post-op, I was in a straight leg immobilizer, obviously, so obviously I couldn't run. Then when I got it off, my leg muscles just was not there. They all atrophied, and I had to get PT back. And in PT, we didn't do any sort of running. We just strengthened this knee, did balance exercises, stuff like that. And in the back of my mind, every time I left, I was like, man, am I ever going to be able to run again? Because I used to try and jog in place at my house, or when I was alone, or maybe like at school, I would kind of like low-key jog in the music suite during my free ride just to see if I could get this leg to do what it's supposed to do when you're running, and it wouldn't. And that just terrified me, because as much as I don't run, it's something that I should be able to do, especially if I want to get full mobility back in my knee. And just a couple days ago, or actually maybe a couple weeks ago, I tried to run on it, and it just worked. Like after exercising, after PT, my leg just like knew how to run again. I had a bit of a limp, a little bit of a limp, but I was still able to run, and it didn't hurt my knee. And I told my mom and my dad, and they were both very happy because they were worried about it too. But we got full mobility back in my knee, and it is back to almost normal. The stiffness obviously is going to go away over time. It's still it's not very swollen, but it's still visibly swollen. Sorry, you can't see it. But and the scar is obviously like still here. Like it's very prominent right now, but that'll heal over time, leave me a really nice scar. But yeah, that's basically me post-op 2 months. I really didn't think the recovery would be this easy. Like, I know for everyone, the surgery recovery is different, even the surgery is different, but I just want you to know if you're planning on getting the surgery, or maybe you've already gotten the surgery and you're in the beginning stages of recovery, if you go to PT, you follow through with the exercises, and you exercise by yourself maybe, and you just like, you rest it, you give it the time it needs, I swear it will get better. And if it doesn't, please go talk to your doctor, obviously. I'm not a medical professional, so I can't really give you advice, but if anything starts to happen, go talk to your doctor. But yeah, the recovery for this was like insanely simple. It was literally just me resting it, icing it every so often, and then going to PT. So yeah, that's basically my 2-month post-op check-in with you guys. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I was going to talk about gym in school. So it's a really short story. So let's think. When do I want to start this story? When I went to go see the doctor after my operation, it was a couple of days, a couple of weeks after my surgery, but it wasn't like the one that happened in April. It happened like mid-March. We met with the PA instead of my actual doctor, which was strange. But yeah, so when we went in, he was like, hey, look, so what are we gonna do about gym, yo? Because like, you can't go back yet. Your knee is not okay. It's still like bad. The muscles aren't back, and it's just like a mess. And I was like, yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna have to be out for a while. So he gave me a note, very open-ended, said, Leah LaMonica cannot return to gym until further notice. Simple as that. Then April 9th comes, and I'm thinking, God damn it, he's going to send me back to gym, and I don't feel good about my knee yet. This was a couple weeks ago, obviously. And surprisingly, he said, why don't we just nurse it for the rest of the year? I'll give you a note that will take you back at the end of this year, the last day of school, and that'll be it. You don't have to go to gym for the rest of the year. And I was like, sold, let's do it. So he wrote me the note for June 17th, or whatever the last day of school is, because if I had not given them a note, that open-ended note that said I wouldn't be able to return until further notice, would then carry on into the fall of next year, my senior year, and I wouldn't be able to participate in gym. So that's kind of why we put it at the last day of school, so I don't have to go back to gym at all, but also I'm back for the fall without any hassle or whatever. So yeah, that was the gym story. Very short, obviously, like I said. So yeah, that is actually it. I am apologizing again for looking like crap. I'm very sick. I sound bad. I'm dressed in like crap. I swear I'm wearing pants too. They're just really short shorts. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'm so glad my recovery went well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.